I'm going to show you how I think it's the best way to work with Word documents to transform them into HTML code to be published in our websites. So we're going to download the original document and open it. Take a quick look at the document to see if everything is there's nothing strange in the document, because if there is, I would suggest that we make the changes in the original document before we start. So once we look at the document, Control A, select everything, copy the entire content of the document, and let's paste it into Dreamweaver. Control V. The way that I have Dreamweaver set up now, I have it in Code View, which is the only way I suggest that we work with HTML. We never use any other view besides Code View. And now in this situation here, I am not using word wrap. If you use word wrap, you're going to see where the paragraph begins and where it ends. And it's good to use in this view when you're trying to read the content of the article, and then you want to make, in case you want to put like some extra information into the text, like bold's, italics, any class that you want to add so you can read the content. But in this first stage that we are working on, let's keep it without the word wrap so we can see that each paragraph begins and ends in the same line. All right? So what's wrong with this document over here? We don't have the P tags, and the P tags are the most important thing to distinguish one paragraph from the other. So Dreamweaver allows me to select several lines at the same time. So I'm going to click on the first line with my mouse, and then I am going to hold my Control key while I click on the other lines. So you're going to see that I leave a blinking cursor in each one of the lines that I am selecting. At this moment, I don't have to worry about where in the line the cursor is located, because my next step will put it all them aligned to the right place. So now that I have all of the lines selected in the cursor, I'm going to hit the home button on my keyboard, and it's going to bring the cursor to the beginning of the line. So now I'm going to add the P tag, the opening P tag, and after I finish that, I'm going to hit the end key on my keyboard, which is going to bring the cursors to the end of each line. And each line ends on a different length, so don't worry, because that's where the cursor is at the end of each line. So now I'm going to add the end P tag, and I have a very good, proper HTML document that is ready to upload. While I look at this document, I see some of the problematic characters that I can avoid having problems. So I'm going to replace those opening and closing quotes with straight quotes. So I'm going to Control H. I already have a single quote over here. I'm going to put a double quote. I'm going to replace them all. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the ending quote. Control H. It's going to bring there. I already have my ending quote as a straight quote. And if I want to be more precise, I see one single quote over there with a curly. So I'm going to replace that single quote with the one from my keyboard, because the one from my keyboard is the one that doesn't have any problem. Replace them all. And here we are. I'm done with the webs with the most basic preparation for an HTML that is perfectly clean without any error. Now I can put it back to word wrap, and I can look at the original document to see if there are any bold sentences, anything that I need to pay any attention to, and then I would do those details back on my Dreamweaver in this format that is easier to read. Okay, so I hope that you all follow these procedures, and if you have a better idea, let me know, because I'm always learning too.